I, Samantha, just for me, if I were to film this video for you in a couple of years' time, as soon as the thing that I actually have witnessed with myself is talking to video. That has revealed a lot to me. Now, a few years ago, you know that saying, everything is inside yourself, everything you need is inside you, everything I need is inside me. Really great quote. I love the concept. And for a long time, I started to hear it, you know, when I started getting into personal spiritual development. And I sometimes would feel really frustrated because there would be times when I would ask and I'd be like, I don't know. I really don't know. I, started doing the things, developed a daily meditation practice, went to therapy for a long extended amount of time, journaling, all those things. And they have been really helpful. And they have given me insight at times into what is going on inside of me. Just something I've noticed recently is looking back a couple of years previously, the things that I was unconscious of that were coming up, now I am aware of. So I've been having these feelings recently that, yep, everything is inside me. They might not be completely conscious yet, but they are actually there, which is comforting to know. The thing that I actually have witnessed with myself is talking to video. That has revealed a lot to me. Now, a few years ago, I created some characters.
And he pulled the ring out of it.
They came from within me, so they were from within me. And I started filming myself speaking as these characters.
And I have turned my cell phone into selfie mode because I have some tragic news to share with you.
And I found it really helpful and really releasing. And I posted them on Instagram and ended up performing them live and improv things and stuff like that. And when I started to reflect back on what I was saying as those characters, I was like, oh, okay. They were judgments that I was making, observations. And I realised they were all judgments of parts of me that I had within inside myself. And, of course, at the time, I thought it was like of other people. But those other people are just a mirror, aren't they? That other person would come out, would be the mirror. I would create a character of them and then be like to myself, ha, ha, ha. And I would find it therapeutic. And then I realised that is just myself. Yeah, I reflected on it in therapy and was like, oh yeah, there are these characters and I can see where that's come from. And actually, it's not all judgmental. It's helpful stuff to know as well. And sometimes it would help me get out like nice messages for myself.
It takes two people to be in a relationship.
And then I started filming myself, I would say, as myself. However, I still felt like I was like semi-character. I couldn't quite, because I was putting it on video and I was like, well, I might post this online. And I did post it online. So again, everything is within us. The intention was there to post it. So I was aware that other people would see it. And I didn't feel quite comfortable really like at that time speaking as myself on camera. And in a way it helped because I felt like the messages I was giving myself, and because I was sharing it, I was sharing that message with others. It made it clearer than say how I'm speaking right now, I feel like. However, I will watch this back and see how I do experience it because I think it's going to tell me something. There were things that I was saying as a character that I had judgments of, that I had absolutely no idea about, then happened to be true. Or like how that thing was. Now this very thing is about astrology.
Don't like what I'm about to say. All I ask is that you don't burn or drown or hang me. If you do have to do something to express your anger, then just give this video a thumbs down and leave a mean comment.
As a kid, I was interested in astrology. My parents were interested in astrology. It was never like a weird thing in our house. So, but I only knew about sun sign astrology, and at that time I would call it star sign astrology. So it was kind of a fun thing. It wasn't like a all the time thing, but say me and my parents would have the newspaper, there'd be a star sign, I'd read my star sign and read their star signs, my brothers as well. And that was just a fun thing to do. As I got older, I became skeptical. I remember my early 20s being really into it, and a friend really like dismissing it and calling it skeptical, and she's not a friend anymore. And you know, again, just a mirror. She was just mirroring what was going on inside of me, because this is a big learning for me. I like absorbed what she said and I took it on rather than actually going and pursuing that interest. Maybe I wasn't ready to find out what I found out. So then I was like a pretty, skeptic about astrology. Oh, is it really a thing? Then I started getting into esoteric stuff. My journey very much was like, started off doing meditation and yoga to help with general well-being, and then started to experience things, found the benefits like in that way, but also, became aware of the subtleties, subtle energies around us, around me, and just other things inside, like experiencing it in a different way, not necessarily needing the words, whatever, but things going on inside. And then I started going down these paths, and then astrology started coming up into my awareness. And I know I was a little bit skeptical to begin with. Then I started investigating it, and I was like, oh, what? This makes a lot of sense. By this point, I had done a lot of weekly therapy for years, which was very much from a humanistic point. What's going on with me? Who am I? And I think it was important that I did that, and I'm glad that I did. When I started looking at astrology, everything matched up. The character thing, going back to that character thing, I did this like this kind of 2-minute video where she was doing an audition tape to get on a reality TV show. And she filmed herself in different locations. And one of the locations, she went by the water. And she was like, I love being by the water because I can't remember exactly how it went, but it's like
Taurus, Gemini, but I love being near the water. So in my soul, I'm Scorpio or a Pisces. I'm like all the star signs.
And then I ended up by going, I'm like all the stars. I'm like all the signs. And from what I've learned from astrology is that we do have all the signs within our chart. We'll have different energies in different areas, and that's why it makes us all so unique. And the signs that I picked out, I knew I was a Scorpio sun, so I already knew that. So I said that by Scorpio, and I do truly love being by the water. And then I was like, well, maybe I'm like a Pisces. And then I discovered I'm a Pisces moon, which makes a lot of sense, and being by the water was brilliant. And then I was like, but I'm like a Gemini. And my midheaven, which is how I appear in a more public sphere, is Gemini. Now, another part to do with the moon that I discovered was the North Node.
To it. And now, even though I aim to be aware and have practices in place that support this, there are still times when I fell off track. Ironically, this happened when I was on a train in late August 2022. I was on my way to an event for something I did not want to do. Then, a thought popped into my head. North Node Code. Follow your North Node code. In astrology, the North Node is the energy we are to be moving toward to embrace our soul purpose, integrating it with what has come before, our South Node. I think of it in these terms, and also more broadly the phrase used in personal and spiritual development, True North or North Star. When I truly tap into my intuition, it tends to match up with the flow of the outer world. As above, so below. As within, so without. My name's Samantha, and I've created this channel to further explore the North Node code.
In terms of the North Node, so my South Node is in Libra. It's the sign of relationships, like, yourself and others. And then my North Node is in Aries. It's the first sign of the zodiac. It's to do with us, who we are. And I have always really struggled with that.
Now I realise I can completely have relationships with people and still stay true to what I am interested in and what my values are.
And I've noticed I've really struggled with that kind of energy when I've come across it in the world. I used to struggle with that. I would come across Aries, to be fair. But recently I keep meeting Aries and I'm like, oh yeah, I get you more now. I get you. And I respect that more now, and I respect it more in myself, and I'm starting to embrace that more in myself. That Valentine's Day video, I didn't know about the North Node by that point. I think I'd started getting into astrology. Yeah, I must have. I was getting into it, and then I really got into it in a way that it really helps me tune into nature. For me, that's what it does. It's the North Node. For me, it's really like, where am I? Who am I? And how does my soul need to develop? What do I need to do in this world? And that's coupled with my Virgo rising. Like, for me, finding sacred work, that's important. And I think I'm probably making this video because I've got some big decisions to make around work. And I've been making some big decisions around work over the last few months. I've just taken off my sock. I've been making some big decisions around work over the past few months and been clearing out. And today's just been an odd day. And I'm concerned that I'm not fully listening to myself. And then also I'm concerned that I'm not taking in what I need to take in. Or I'm not, I could be, oh my God, so many thoughts going through my mind right now. I could be, I was like, am I going to, would I actually share this online? And I feel like this is probably like a video for myself. And then I was thinking, oh, I wonder if Modern Family was on TV and did I miss it? I hadn't owned a TV for years, and I've been house sitting recently and they have a TV. And I've just been really enjoying having these sitcoms to watch that I find comforting, and Modern Family is one of them. So if I, Samantha, just for me, if I were to film this video for you in a couple of years' time, this seems to be better, this seems to be easier than writing it out, potentially. Okay, imagine that you're not going to put this out, and who cares, like, whatever, you've spoken to the camera, you might put it out, you might not, who cares. I think it's a waste.